Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Felicia. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Lagos. If you're new to my channel, thank you for clicking on my video to watch this video. I create content around fashion, lifestyle, sewing and DIYs. And if you're into any of this content, okay, just do well to click on the red subscribe button and join my family, okay? I vlog a lot nowadays too, so you may want to stick around for that, all right? And to my returning subscribers, my home Gs that always come back every time I drop any video, in fact like any video at all, thank you all so much for always coming back to watch my video. You guys are like my real Gs. You guys know that it's us that own this channel together, okay? So thank you for being my fam on YouTube. I really love each and every single one of you, okay? So in today's video, I'm going to be giving a little bit of story time. Today's story time is a peculiar one. In as much as now when I think about it, kind of, my family and I use it to make jokes, but it's still something that is really like, I always draw some kind of inspiration from when I begin to think, you know what, I'm just demotivated or whatever. I remember these things and I'm like, I'm here for a reason and I have to keep pushing and keep doing what God wants me to do. Yeah. From the title, you already know what the story time is going to be about, but I'm still going to come here and say it, okay? So in this story time, I'm just going to be giving you guys gist on how I escaped death 4 good times. In this my young life, I'm not even up to 40 yet, and I've escaped death 4 times. So I'm just going to be giving you guys that gist. Yeah, not so deep, and it's okay to laugh about it too, yeah. But just stick around and hear my story. Okay. Okay, I'm going to be giving you guys this gist based like on the time from the youngest one, when I was the youngest, to when I was the oldest, okay? So I'm just going to give you guys like a series of events that happened leading up to me today, okay? So the very first incident that happened was when I was I think I was still in primary school then, because when I was going for that trip, I was still in primary school, so I wasn't even meant to be on that trip because I went with my older sister and my older brother Francis and my sister Loretta. You probably, if you're subscribed to this channel, you probably know these 2 people, Oga Baby and my older sister Loretta. Yeah, she's also on YouTube, just in case you missed that. Yeah, so that excursion was meant for their class, and they were in secondary school that period, and it was during this holiday lesson period, and I was still in primary school. So the excursion was actually meant for secondary school, like the age limit was their class, them and their classmates. So I was kind of feeling left out, so I kept like crying. I wanted to go. I had to beg my mommy that please, that she allow me go, that at least my older ones are going, that let me go. I was still in primary school time because I finished my primary school when I was 8, so I was probably either 8 or 7 thereabouts. So after much begging and crying and like trying to guilt trip and everything, my mom agreed that I should go along with my sister and my brother. That's how we went on the excursion. Went to Olumo Rock, and then Olumo Rock isn't how he is today. I haven't been there recently. That was like, I think the other time I went to Olumo Rock was when I was a bit more older, but things were still pretty much the same as it was when I was very small. But things have changed a lot there now. I've not been there. I would really like to go to see what the place looks like now. But anyway, back to the story. So we got to Olumo Rock, and you know the way Olumo Rock is, like they have like there are different kind of levels. So we kept moving, we kept climbing. We even went to before we climbed up, we went to where they had those old women that lived inside the rock. We saw them. I don't know if those men are still there. So we just saw them under that rock there. And then after the whole tour, the tour guide was taking us everywhere. Then we now started ascending up on the rock. That's how we got to a certain level. And the person taking us, because I was like the youngest among everybody, they were kind of skeptical, like I can't go all the way to the top, which was where every other person was going. And but me now, being the adventure, I've always been an adventure. Like I love to be on adventures. Like if there's an adventure and I'm not there, just know that my body will be pinching me. Like so, being the adventure minister that I was like, I insisted that I wanted to follow them. And moreover, they couldn't have left me, because who would they leave me with? So well, we kept going. We kept climbing till we got to the very top of the rock. That is how one Smolly was standing at the very top of the rock with other people. And because I had this, up to now I still have it, when I'm in a very, very high, I have that fear of heights. So when I'm at that very top place, like I now look down. The mistake I made was to look down. As I look down, I was really close to the edge. I don't even know how they allowed children to climb. Like there was nothing to there was no barricade. I don't know what it's like now, but there was no barricade whatsoever. So if you are falling from there, you are falling down. And trust me, when you've gotten to the top, what else will happen to you when you fall? So I looked down and then I started to sleep. I don't know who it was that held me, but if that person had not held me, that's how this thing I'm doing here now, like I'll probably not be on YouTube. Nobody will have known me because I'll have died at a very young age. That was the very first one. Like I almost fell from the rock, vividly well I remember, because my sister was there. She didn't want, she kind of can never forget it because she was there live and direct. So I almost fell and somebody held me, someone bigger held my hand. Like that's how I got saved from that first experience. Let's move on to the next story. Happened when I was in secondary school. I was in JS3 this time around, and it was Christmas period. And usually every Christmas, my mom would take all of us, the kids, everybody would go to the beach. We always went to the beach every Christmas. At least that was something that we always look forward to. So this particular beach that we went with one of our older, I don't know if I won't call him an uncle, but he was a younger adult as at then, while we were still teenagers. He was about 20 years, so he was an older adult as at then. So that particular day, usually my mom doesn't let us go far, like into the water. She wants to always see us playing, like where she wants to make sure that we are where everybody can be seen. I have a picture from that beach. I'll try to set that picture so you guys don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh. I was on low cut, and at that picture, I took that picture just before that thing happened. So I'll put that picture on the screen. Yeah, so that I can laugh a little at my throwback picture. So while that particular day, because we had that older adult with us, she didn't really now pay too much attention. So she was in the hut then, and she was reading a novel then. I can vividly remember she was reading a novel, and we were very happy because she was not looking, so we can be more adventurous now as children, because what is the point of going to the beach and you're not really rolling yourself in the sand and the water? So because of that older adult that was there, she was like, okay, she didn't really she was there at some point, but like she didn't really she was just there relaxing. After she also came to flex too. So we're now playing in the water. It's not like I went on my own, no. Don't get me wrong, I'm a good girl. When I tell you, don't go there, don't enter inside, like pay attention. But that older adult with us was the bad influence of that day. So that's how he held my hand, and he was holding my brother as well. We were just going in. You know how the wave will go back, and then before it come back, it takes a few seconds or whatever. So as the wave went back and the water went back, we now started walking out. Like you probably know way how far in we're going. So we just kept walking inside, like we're enjoying ourselves, waiting for the next wave to hit. The next wave now came. You know the kind of wave that came? It's not those small ones that just the next wave that came was like a very heavy wave. Very, very heavy wave. So when the wave came, the wave covered my whole entire, I was small, I was still in JS3, so it covered the whole of me. The only saving grace I had that day was that he held on. If he had left me, If he had just removed his hand from my hand, that's how water would have, and I didn't know how to swim then. That's how that water would have carried me. When that thing happened, my life literally flashed before me. Like, I was feeling the sand scratching my face, like the water was just all over, the sand was scratching all over my face. Like, I could feel it. If he was not holding me, there's no how, because because the sand was already in my face and giving me like a lot of discomfort. The salty water was entering my eyes, or when you're struggling, there's no how. If he had left me, there's no how I'll have been able to catch myself, because the water was very, very the wave was very, very high and very strong. So if he had just left me, that would have been the end. This story I'm telling you guys now, I think I just told my mom that story like maybe last year. Like, she didn't know when that thing happened, like, and I was all right. We came out. I think my sister was watching from afar when that thing was happening. She was just shouting there, my sister. She was not telling me this part of the story because I was not there. She was just shouting at my sister, oh God, like, she was just crying there, like, because she was seeing what was happening. So when the water now finally went back, and she saw that the guy was still holding me, and we were coming back out there, everybody relaxed. Everybody was like, do not even mention this to mom. See, if not, that is the end. No more beach. No more beach. And this is something that I've been the adventure minister I am. I was like, I cooperated. Even though I almost died. I'm like, I cannot even share this experience now, because if I share the experience, beach cancel. Maybe even any other outing will be cancelled for me, and to spoil every other person's show. So everybody had to tell me that I have to, forget about that incident, and that's how that one died. Children, oh my God. Thinking of it now, like, there are a lot of things that we did as children that if our parents knew about, it's not be funny. Leave me in the comment section the mischievous things that you've done, the crazy things you've done. I think I remember I was watching a Daily Space, and she was talking about how they were jumping down from the balcony of their one-story building downstairs with a mattress down. Like, I'm like, if your child does that now, like, what will be your reaction? Well, just let me know in the comment section. Like, what will you do? Just let me know what you do, because I don't know the kind of mind we had then. Like, we were just too very strong-willed then. Like, I don't know the kind of mind we had to be doing those crazy things that we were doing, but God saved us and we are still here. Yeah, so that's for the second story. Let's move to the third one. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, just as you're enjoying this sweet story of mine, these near-death stories of mine. Just give this video a thumbs up, and let's continue with the video. The third story now happened. I've talked about, I'm not going to go deep into the story because I've done a story time on it before on the channel. If you want to see that story, I'll link it up here, and I'm also going to leave it in the description box so you can go and watch it. That was when I was attacked by a man with a knife, a masked man with a knife, and God just saved me from that one. I'm not going to talk much about that one because I already have a full story time on that particular one, so you can go back and watch that video and see how God saved me in that instance and how I came out alive. I just finished university then, and I was waiting for NYSC. That's when that third one happened. So the fourth one happened when I had finished NYSC, and I was now working out. Then I was working with Mobitel. Then Mobitel is no longer. I think they closed down. It's all these internet companies. So that's where I was working. And then that period I used to shuttle from the company was in VI Adeola Deku. That's on Adeola Deku, and I used to go home to my parents' house on the mainland. So that particular day, we had finished from work. It was in the evening. I entered the bus to start going home. I can never forget. The road was free. There was no traffic that day. And we're in the bus. The bus was already on the bridge. That bridge just below Bonny Camp. Like, when this thing happened was when we were about to descend from the bridge that is underneath Bonny Camp. If you know that area in Lagos, you know what I'm talking about. So the bridge, right at the point where it was going to start descending, was when the thing happened. So while we're in the bus was just speeding on. I don't know if it had brake problem, or in fact I don't just know what happened that day. All I know is that we were in the bus And me, I was even sitting close to the door. So after that thing, I said I was not never ever going to sit by the door of a moving bus, because most times, you know how Danfo is in Lagos now, they will leave the door open, the conductor is standing there, so the door is always open and all that stuff. So that was how the bus was now like speeding downwards. I think he had a brake issue, because the way the thing happened, you know that the driver was trying to struggle to hold his brake and all that. That's how this driver, we're on top of the bridge, oh, we hadn't almost gotten to the end, so even if we wanted to fall out of the bridge, at least to be close to the ground, that the damage might not even be, maybe bad, but not so bad. But we're still at the top of the descent on that bridge when that thing happened. So the guy lost control of the brake, and then in the bid for him to like swerve to the, I don't know what they call those stuffs, those railings on the bridge, in order for him to like swerve on there so that the pavement there would stop the car, that's how the bus like bounced up on the railing, like many small like this will have turned over and gone down. Like that day when that thing happened, and thank God, I don't know what happened, I don't know, I just believe maybe because I'm in that bus, because I know that God's plan for me in my life, I'm still yet to achieve it, so I know that one for a fact. So maybe that thing did not happen because I was there. But let's even just get back to the story. The bus was hanging on the railing, like some parts were on the so the bus was like this here, and while the other leg was hanging on the railing. That day I don't know, I was in shock. It was not something that was expected, so I was not panicking. I was not expecting that kind of thing to happen. Imagine your day after work, you're already tired, so your whole body is like, oh, let me just get home, let me go and sleep after the whole stress. That's when that thing happened. So when we were hanging on, in between falling over and being on the bridge, I don't know what stopped that bus. The bus just hung there like that. People now rushed, came, carried down the bus from the railing, like lifted it back into the bridge, and then we just came down. When I came down, I never uttered one single word. In my mind, I was just saying, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I just came down. I didn't even collect my money that I've already paid the bus guy, the conductor. I carried my bag, came down, and walked forward. Just gonna enter another one, because I didn't even, other people were now waiting to collect their money. I was like, oh, as I walked away with my life, it's enough payment, and the guy can keep the money. I was still in shock, kind of. So I just carried my bag, walked down the bridge to go into that bus, and that was the fourth one. Why am I bringing all these stories now? So the whole thing I'm trying to bring back to bring all these stories back down together in my own life, you can apply it to your own life, is that I believe that our purpose in life, no matter what the devil kind of tries to, because he knows a lot about what our destiny is and what our life is supposed to be, he always tries to truncate at every opportunity he has. So I just believe that most times when I start feeling like kind of demotivated, maybe things that I'm doing are not going as I planned, or I'm feeling like it's just too, I'm tired. Like everybody has a point in their life when they're like, you know what, I don't even understand what's happening. I'm just annoyed. I'm just fed up. Even though their life may still be rosy, but to them at that particular time, they are just not motivated. So anytime I think about it, I remember all these incidences, and I remember how God has still been keeping me and protecting me. In fact, I don't know how many people will have had situations like this, that it's obvious that the next little mistake or the next little move will have been death. And for me to still be here, anytime I think of those things, I'm like, you know what, your plan, or what God's plan for you in this life, is not yet complete, and nothing can truncate it so far as he is still with you, and so far as that you are working in his own purpose. So one thing I always tell people is, no matter what you're going through in life, for the fact that you're alive, like you're still breathing, forget that things are hard, or times are hard, or maybe you're not able to meet those targets that you set out for yourself. Forget all those. for the fact that you have your life, like that's the most important thing. Without your life, all those things that you are clamoring for, all those things you are hustling for, all those things that you are killing yourself over, it's vanity. All is vanity, because at the end of the day, if you're not alive, then what again? What is with all the hustle and bustle and all that? So I'm just trying to like reach out to anybody out there who is feeling like they're just fed up, or they're just, you know, demotivated, or they're feeling like they've just failed themselves. Just know that for the fact that you're alive, you have a purpose in life. There's nobody on this earth that is put on this earth without a purpose, and until that purpose is achieved, God will not be done with you. So whatever problem you are going through in life right now, just know that it's a phase, and that eventually everything is going to work together for your good. So far as you have your life intact, keep pushing, keep doing your best to achieve those goals, keep doing your best to be a good person, keep doing your best to just make impact wherever you go, in whatever little way that you can, and everything will fall together. Okay, that brings us to the end of this story time. I hope you enjoyed the story time, and I'll be looking forward to your comments in the comment section. Okay, leave me comments there. Let me know about your own experiences. Like, have you had near-death incidences? Let's just gist in the comment section, and let's just, you know, laugh over things, or just let me know your own thoughts too about all my stories, and I'll see you guys in another video. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like this video, share it, and we'll see you guys in another video. Okay, bye.